Once we've launched Solidworks, we need to open up a part assembly or a drawing. Initially, we're going to be working with parts, so you can go to the File pull down, and once we click on that, it's going to go to New, and Control-N is the hotkey if you like using the keyboard. When you first launch SolidWorks, if you haven't turned it off like I have, then you'll have the welcome screen, and that'll take you part assembly drawing. And these are the default template files. So they don't have a lot of settings, and that's pretty much where we're going to start, and then we'll build our templates as we look at the options that we would like to have. And there's probably 4 or 5 things that we'd want to set in there. And then the advanced is going to take us over to the list, but if I have other folders, the model-based definitions, my personal created templates, and we can double click on part or highlight part and hit OK. But I'm going to cancel because we have a few more ways to get into our part. So then we can do new, or if you do the pull down, well, that one doesn't have anything else in it. So new takes us right back. I do want to point out that if you're in the novice and do new, you'll see part assembly drawing. Again, these are the default templates. And so I'm going to stay with the advanced, and if I double click on the part, that's going to take me into the part. If the command manager, let's go over to the sketch tab, make sure that that's active. And if the command manager is collapsed for some reason, you're just going to come over here and click on one of the command manager tabs and then hit the push pin. From the documents, we know that the creating, we know that the push pin pushed in is going to leave it, and we hit the push pin there, but it's still showing now to go to the collapse. And same with the task pane. If I wanted that to be shown, I would click on its push pin as well. I'm going to drag the feature tree bar over just a little bit. Don't really need to see anything with the cam at this point, so I'll leave that kind of covered. And now we've got to the point where we can start a sketch. So you won't see me do this too much, but I like to point it out because if you do the pull down, please stay away from the 3D sketch for now. There's a different set of rules. It sort of works like a sketch, but not really. It will create more problems than it's worth. So if we just do the sketch and click on the front plane, that will take us into a sketch. We have again a couple more ways to do this. If I click on any of the objects, line, circle, arc, rectangle, it will again, if I'm not already in a sketch, it will again pop up the planes and say which plane do you want to sketch on. And then we'll exit out of that one. My personal preference is to right click on the plane that I want and go to the sketch tool. We'll go to the right, and any of those planes are available, so visualizing where you want to start and then picking that plane puts you into that orientation, has a little more stability or meets that expectation. Real quick comments again, the rapid sketch and the instant 2D should be off. They are handy tools at times, but for the most part, when you're learning, they will create more problems than they're worth. And then let's see. Well, let's go ahead and right click and sketch on the front plane. And as soon as we're in that sketch, the origin goes from blue to red. And I just noticed or thought about the blue origin was not on that screen because we didn't turn it on. I'm so used to it being there from the other templates. All right, so when I click, the front plane's going to disappear. I really don't need it. I know that I'm in the front plane, and we can see the reference triad, the front plane, and then moving over to the confirmation corner, the accept the sketch and the exit the sketch. And then at the bottom, let's go ahead and zoom up on that. At the bottom, we can see that it is an underdefined sketch and that we are currently editing the sketch, and that will change and shift as we need it to. So I'm going to do this a little different order than the snippets. If you are in a sketch, and right now the sketch is empty, so if I decide that I want to go to millimeters, grams, and seconds, it's going to kick me out of the sketch, and because the sketch was empty, it just closes. So since I brought up the origin, we'll go to the down arrow and turn on the origin. And again with the units, if I want to verify my metric units, 2 place decimals, and then we could set the inch to 3 place decimals, we can go back and forth. All right, so let's go to sketch, go to the front plane, and then I'm going to be ready now to start looking at my object geometry, and we'll do that in the next video.